perfectly as well, so kind of going to be an interesting idea that Team Secret is going to be bringing, starting on their defender side. RRQ, you expect that Jemkin on that ISO should
okay,
be
RRQ
powerful,
on
attack,
and Team Secret on defense.
In some of those kill contracts, so looking for a bit of a different approach today for him.
I watched Commen's video on Leo, no, I haven't.
Jesse Bash is going to be flashed off the angle here at a long. Bit of a walk down in towards mid. Wild Warriors quickly going to clear that cam. 4 players from Secret clustered up in that position, meaning that there's a lot riding on the shoulders of Jesse here for the moment. But it looks like RRQ not going to look to up the tempo here. Actually slowly go ahead and drift back. The drone to re-explore out into mid. Re-clear this, make sure there's no one hovering around, but it's not going to go deep enough to...
What's the bait going to be like in the corner here? Problem is, if they try bait through the smoke, it's too obvious, so they have to go for the flash push. They can do that on the contact of the Omen. I like this, though. Silently pushing behind. They still got a trip here. And 2G doesn't have his TP, so they have to break it.
By Team Secret to try to go for this flank attack.
It's a free site, but how do they deal with the push behind? They have no idea about numbers. They just see a trip getting broken.
To be coming through on the flank. It's only Jesse that's playing from the defender side. Is uppercut going to be sent out here?
Okay, they take a lot of space in reaction to them losing long, but it is not a good plan for everyone pushing here. So much so that they could have just stuck this the whole way. It's nice from Team Secret. It's a good pistol from them.
Jesse Bash dead. And Secret will go ahead and take the opening pistol.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. That just wasn't fully expected by RRQ that there would be those kind of numbers. Plus, Jesse does his job up at 8 tower. Gets a couple kills for himself, and that completely throws off
Secret doing the upset I've seen on
the side of RRQ.
It was a nice pistol.
A little bit tricky with the way that they're maneuvering the map, able to get the plant down safely, but
video doesn't say too much, so I don't already know. Yeah,
once again, you lose the ISO
I was thinking that
for the side
it
of
wouldn't
RRQ,
have
and that's
too
a tough
much
one. That's such a
that we haven't
powerful
seen
agent
before,
to
I
have in those
guess.
pistol rounds. Having that shield could be a difference maker, but losing that
Unless he's
early
doing like an interview with Leo.
just being overwhelmed on the backside of the site.
I don't think he's doing that.
Well, their backside of the site makes it very tough.
Oh, Jemkin just sprinting in down towards the sewer. Be made into his grave as Outlaw will go ahead and find that elimination cam set up here as well as the trips. Just going to be looking for the gate crash here into the back, it would seem.
There's a mini interview? Okay, we're definitely not watching it.
That here for now. And there's a bit of a fake out there.
Oh boy, the cleanup.
Is just blinded up, swing onto the corner. Monyet coming away with 2 there with the classic in hand. Resetting on the aim. Wild Oreo scoops up 3. Team Secret. They lose out on a little bit. It was a heavy investment. Everyone having a purchase coming into the round. Ultimately,
honestly, Monyet's going to get his ult pretty early though.
As they start things off 2-0.
Yeah, and a Bucky being thought about by 2GE, but so far so good. Some good reads. The fake TP doesn't really do much against them. No shield pop there. Jemkin gets eliminated early, but that was all just to try to set up this C hit to allow them to try to go to the other side of the map. They almost get there, but in the long run, Team Secret not fooled. And the overwhelming firepower carries them across the line. A little bit of util early. Another spot out.
Here, Jemkin is going to eat some damage. Chunked out to 28.
Had to pop a shield too.
And the box keeping him alive. Goes pushing forward. Wild Oreo backpedaling here. And Jemkin will be able to find the headshot. Shield's going to be broken once again. We'll go their separate ways, but for now it is still going to be a player advantage here to the side of RRQ.
Oh boy. I can see it coming a mile off. It looked like he wanted, instead of taking space, go all the way through.
On C once more.
Yeah, Cyber Cage goes up, but not really dissuading.
Okay, let's see if they can get any damage. See if they can get any kills here.
Feeling confident to play off the back of his clone. Throws a TP back towards Deep Sea.
Team Secret have no pressure, yeah.
Crazy guy.
They have no pressure, and there's honestly a chance that they're probably changing their team, so like a good chance for a lot of players to prove that they should stay, or prove that they could get picked up.
A bit still alive despite the early damage suffered, and Jesse Vash realizing not much access here to the site that's going to be found. No idea where any deeper positions could be here from the members of RRQ, so we'll just go ahead, rotate around, go down to the spike, and with 4 players surviving, it's going to be RRQ getting a very
clean pressure.
Yeah.
Only pressure to do well individually.
Conditioning your setup
That's not too much pressure.
Go for these A hits, go for C. Could open up some avenues.
Oh,
for
nice shot, my goodness.
Nice shot from Crazy Guy at the end. Take down Jesse Bash. But I like the ideas from RRQ. They're really toying with the map. Even though Team Secret came out firing, they handle the bonus very cleanly. Jemkin this time able to put that shield to good use. Get a couple big kills in this round. We continue to see impact from him. Nice paranoia to set him up too. Nice peek from Crazy Guy. Very, very well done.
Now we go into the first proper rifle here. See if RRQ tie things up or if it's just going to be Team Secret.
Okay, insta double damage over towards A main to make sure that they can default. They don't push out towards here. They got a cage to create pressure. We were talking about nice and early. Got a full retake on the site here.
Should be spotted out, and they'll be taken down. So site
how do they retake? I mean, they got everything for the retake, especially the ISO shield.
Jemkin going to be able to find one Wild Warrior on the floor, but Jemkin quickly traded out. Pop flash from Monyet. Swoops in, looking for a little bit more here.
Chill.
Spot out onto Envy.
Guys.
Will challenge into the site for the angle.
Really?
He'll be able to come away with that elimination.
Okay, well, they're kind of descending it. They're showing probably the most confidence we've ever seen out of Team Secret.
Envy hits a third, up and over the top. Crazy Guy able to find one, finds the second through the smoke. But cannot find the remaining two. Two players surviving. Team Secret not allowing for the tie-up to come in.
Another interesting thing we didn't get to talk about too much was going to be seeing Envy off of an initiator onto a sentinel, and he's just running and gunning this round. But I mean, just what great shots! Well, I mean, yeah, Jesse, we got to see that from his angle. Nice dodge of the paranoia there too. Gets the neural theft out. What? What?
What in the ever-loving hell?
Jesse, come on, man. That's
a crazy shot. Fair play.
He's still got it.
It was akin to Meteor's kill in the final.
Yeah.
On this very map out in front of B versus G2. There's the crispness of it.
That's just those years of experience shining through, I suppose. That was fast too. Goodness. But still, the macro ideas looked pretty good for RRQ, right? Like, they get the plant down, they've got a good read on the map, but just a phenomenal retake. Well, that's a great shot.
My goodness, that's a shot.
Close angle here. Jeremy reading this.
No, that's nuts.
Pulls off the angle.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't check back the opposite way. And has no clue, so Crazy Guy is able to find that elimination. In the meantime, Jesse Bash also here playing a corner. Finds Jemkin, traded out. Wild Oreo, one taps. His Cushy will fall. Spike now out into the open, but Crazy Guy continues to be crisp. Seems like RRQ nonplussed by the previous round.
The raid boss though.
Swinging. Look to continue to try to run this one back. Get within touching distance.
Dang, Crazy Guy's aiming, by the way.
Dude, a second round win.
This guy always farms on Haven.
Still though, some good things on both sides of the coin. I mean, for RRQ, they're doing a great job of working the map and getting to spots where they're going to have post plants, but Team Secret is really firing today. That's a big win for xFaroe. Out the rip. I mean, a little unfortunate there for
it's the last day of group stage play. The teams are locked. RRQ's is the #1 seed.
Yep.
Team Secret's that we can get silly. We can afford to have some silliness.
Well, I mean, yeah. And it's unfortunate, I was going to say, for xFaroe, because he comes walking down that ramp thinking it's going to be free because Crazy Guy's in there.
Well,
being in there, in the smoke.
I was going to say that one's kind of insane.
Out, Jeremy able to find one, so Monyet does die. Envy now just sending out some shots, but is just going to be taken down as it's a very
clean on this one as well. 4 people surviving.
RRQ now tying things up at 3-3.
Yeah, the trap play.
Jeremy's had his ult for a little bit.
Nice reactions. 8-3 for Crazy Guy. He is having a heater here to start the IGL for RRQ, the new IGL for RRQ this stage. Coming in, doing a great job with this team. Had a little bit of a rough start and then has adjusted very well ever since. Spraying through the smoke once the contact is made. And Cushy, who has been just tremendous all year, continues to be a force on those info initiators. A lot of ults for RRQ in this round. Same with Team Secret, though. It's going to be a lot of kind of cat and mouse here.
Okay, another empty site. We got ISO ult for ISO ult, so we definitely got to keep an eye on the Sova drone because you got 2 ults up to the back of this potentially. You do not want to get hit by this. Jeremy
Considering the drone.
thinks different.
Okay, we'll go
He's
ahead
in
and
for
set
it.
this.
Okay.
Goes ahead and gets
I was gonna say he shows the respect.
Okay,
He gets out of there.
there is Jemkin
Oh, he popped the shield.
feeling it, but ISO on ISO action, looking for the
See,
kill.
I wonder
Jemkin
there
will be
if
able to
Jeremy
have it.
has to like pop the
There's the
shield because
reset.
he hears him pop the shield, and he has ult.
The kill
Pretty sure you have to,
contract
especially if there's a drone chasing you.
And this B site. Around the corner in garage
I think you got to
window
pop the shield
is
there.
2GE, but not much that he's going to be able
It's
to do.
overall.
Sway
Monyet's
this.
dead.
Fury, however, does get opened up. Monyet going to be taken down. Wild Ori at the same time. Able to find an off shot. Peeks in for another as Cushy gets dropped. Jemkin finds himself a 3rd elimination. Sparrow around the back, push out, finds the headshot. Neural Theft now going to be invested as he's just strafing back in towards Jesse Vash. Looks to hold the corner. Vash
Oh my God.
is able to find it.
Shot.
Lobbed in, and
Oh,
Jemkin,
what the
he
hell?
got the
Jemkin
shot.
hit the shot.
He swings the angle for the 4K.
No
and
way.
he stops him from being
Give
able
me
to
that
find the
POV,
round
dude. How's he
victory.
done
His
this?
life for the cause as RRQ take the
Oh,
lead.
Jesse, I mean the shock was good.
Man, Jesse. I mean, the confidence is flowing. This is huge that Jemkin gets that kill because the kill contract is
nice
also
shot.
on his opponent. So he's able to keep that
Ooh, it's
ult
fast.
out of play for the round. Some great shots from Wild Oreo, but Jemkin delivering what RRQ need him most. Just getting ahead of that.
It looked
Just
fast.
enough. That shock dart, I
It
thought
looked
that was
fast.
going to be round.
Dude,
I thought Jesse
Jemkin
had
just
it.
used his
He
ult.
did, just not fast
He
enough.
just used his ult.
Not the kill, but ball into the shot. 2GE looking for a bit of a timing here, trying to close the gap. Just has that stinger.
He has his ult
Will
again.
just end up getting
This guy can't keep
ground
getting
to
away
a
with
fine
this, by the way.
pace as Jemkin
He was the
away
Yoru that
with
kept
2
on getting
kills to
ults
further
back to
break
back.
things open here on the site.
And now we're now we're just
Got
getting
better odds.
ults
He's
again.
2 HP lower than he was in the previous round.
He also has another kill contract.
And they're
Yes,
letting
he
the
does.
Yoru farm sound. Yoru has ult. I'll do Team Secret
Seems
in a
like,
rough spot.
I
I tell you what,
think he's been put in the
you're expecting like a
practice.
7, 5, 8,
expect.
4, so
I
they're
mean,
actually
Jemkin
not
is
in that much of a bad
One of the
spot.
hardest workers. When I talk to people behind the scenes, he is just dedicated to this game and to winning. And he, you know, one bad performance, you expect that he isn't going to let that slide. He's going to come back stronger. Boy, oh boy, has he. The KDA through the roof on this round. He had an assist on the first kill from Crazy Guy because he hit with the vulnerable. And whoa, a headshot.
Well,
Yeah, got a dink through that corner.
it's Team Secret
Low
timeout.
HP bars, but still going to be a flawless here for the
Yeah,
side of
I
RRQ
mean,
as
you
they
have
now
to just
move up
walk down
5 to
middle.
3.
But you have to ISO ult them before they ISO ult you.
Oh, right as the flash was coming, just shoots through his teammate. Oh man, Monyet there, showing off some skill.
And then he's having a giggle.
As he should be. He was in a good mood today.
Oh, I mean, for good reason.
Yeah.
We saw the player cams, you know, from Boom throughout the opening series. Plenty to smile about, plenty to be happy about, as well as puzzled. If you're Toss9, he was confused a couple times as far as what was happening.
Oh, we were too.
But yeah, I mean, RQ, it's a very similar story. They're set at the top. There's no displacing them. It's more about, honestly, probably revenge for Warbirds, because I know that he does care, and he likes to get the wins here when they go up against Team Secret.
Oh, nice. Got some cushy fans out there.
Okay, we got it. It's all right. We got a glimpse.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this RRQ team, you know, able to weather some of this early aggression and just firing that Team Secret was showing. I mean, you could see the confidence in the way that they were just running and gunning,
That's funny.
trying to just push the tempo.
Okay, I
Makes
like this from
sense when
Wildori
you're
though.
running
We got
these
the op
double
out.
duelist comps. You want to try to catch your opponent off guard.
Dude, why is my headset messed today?
The wall here to try to.
All the lead the way, blocks off this op, really.
Yeah,
Makes
flash
it,
is great though.
Not impactful. They force the exit. Hunter's Fury
Well.
now going across. 2GE going to be tagged up, cannot escape.
Oh
But she's
god,
able to take him
that's
down, gets a follow-up
a lot of
pump
value
as
on
well
this.
on the Jeremy. Now tagged up at 70. That's going to be the kill contract coming through. Gets the grab here on
Oh, he got that
Monyet.
clone.
Or was
He
that
owned
the
him.
clone?
Oh, no, it's just the clone, as you
He
say.
actually owned him. He ults back.
That's a very real envy, though. Brought into the gulag. Taken down.
Damn,
Jemkin able to
bro.
find that kill. Wild Warrior at the same time. Finds a pick. Monyet, the real Monyet, does end up falling. Jesse Bash finding Crazy Guy, but Jemkin's still here.
Yeah, Secret
still
just got
wreaking
styled
havoc.
on a little bit with that.
3K for him.
Oh my god, this guy needs to
Yep,
chill.
I think any doubts
He's on his
that
way
were
to another
surrounding
ult.
Jemkin's ISO from the first outing.
He's gonna get
Silence.
another ult.
I mean, I was
Not much of a concern anymore.
No, I was surprised, frankly, the first time that he had struggles on this agent. I thought this was an agent that should suit him pretty nicely. Still a little bit off the mark sometimes, but in those kill contracts. But I mean, this round right here, able to reset the double taps multiple times. That is the dream as an ISO.
I need one of them. It could be Wild Warrior. It could be Wild Oreo. It could be Monyet.
Dude, and now he has an eco to farm his ult up again.
Just start walking as soon
Dude,
as
it's
you get
literally
put in
every
that
RRQ
contract,
game I
and
watch.
just because you're gonna be
This
like,
guy
"Oh,
just has an
go
ult
again."
for a buy
appreciate
round.
it.
Every
It'd be
single
so
buy round
funny.
It would
that
be.
exists. Like, how are you meant to ever play against this team when
Walk
this guy's
forward and
doing
then all of a
this?
sudden it turns on you. It's like, oh no. Oh, no. Oh no.
Yeah, see, like that, but in the kill contract. Just walk at him and hit the headshot.
Someday Durka will try it. He's got our backs, I'm sure. Man,
He's bought out. Monyet finds the kill, right back over into spawn, joins in with the rest of the team towards the A side of the map.
Yeah, might want to throw him the spike on this.
And sight is open.
He's gonna get the orb. He's gonna get the orb, and they're gonna plant.
To try to see if they can stop this from
God,
being
they're the
flawless.
best min maxes I think we see in Valorant at the moment. This guy has non-stop ults.
Drop down, split the difference.
When I watch RRQ, it feels like every agent Jemkin's on needs 10 orbs to get an ult.
Finds the first one.
Dude, Monyet's down to just die just because he wants his ult.
Connecting.
Doesn't care about the Cypher ult, just wants his ult as well. Wait, RRQ
Weapon scoop
actually look kind of...
bullets remaining.
I know they're playing Team
Shorty
Secret at the
greeting around
moment,
the
but
corner.
we've seen this too often now. It's just non-stop.
As it's just a nigh impossible scenario.
Well, now we got a
7-3.
drone to get info, and then we got the
RRQ looking deadly.
we got the
Mind
ISO
you,
ult again.
Sir, Jemkin has another ult. There's a problem.
it's yeah, a great round for Monyet there. Just isolating a couple battles on his own and winning them. He looked like he was struggling a little bit at the beginning of the map, but that is no longer the case. And the good vibes continue to flow. But still 14 and 5
Well.
for Jemkin. Yeah, and kill contracts are just overwhelming for him.
What is it, 3-1?
Yeah, but he kind of stole one away. I mean, he can just... He can't do it right here. He doesn't have any other teammates, so it'd be a little risky.
They look at them. They want to re-clear over towards
Get a
A
bit
with the
more
drone,
info
but they're
before they
like,
make a
mate,
go of it. Another op
need
for
you
Wild
here so we
Oreo.
can use your ult.
Scoping down mid, but a ton of info other than A. So yeah, got to use the drone.
At least have Team Secret that have a
Scope this
clone
out.
in
Gotta make
position
sure
if
no
they
one's
hear
pushed forward,
the
any
shield
corners.
get popped, so they
Just got to
can
worry about the sewers corners.
try get the clone to tank the ult.
Jemkin's job. I mean, they're just giving up the A side again, so kind of playing this like the pistol in a way. Our Team Secret waiting for that drone, and that's when they start making the push out, but they haven't cleared the cam yet in mid.
Yeah, DRX
So that
recon.
means it doesn't look like they're going to commit as many
Empty
players to that
sight.
spot.
Empty side, they still got the ult.
Tap of the smoke.
They still have the double damage as well. He can stop the initial hit with the double damage, and then he can ult after. He doesn't have his shield though.
Monyet tucked over onto the side. The
What
push
even
forward.
is he?
Monyet swiftly deals with it. Pulls back over. Sights towards window. Already Envy cleared out. Not before Jemkin does end up falling.
Ooh.
They make a go of this. Crazy guy. Now alone. TP's over to the side, but 2GE's not sure.
Dude, is he gonna go back
where
to the
he's
pause where he
repositioned
just
to.
TP'd?
Crazy guy can now just stay tucked here behind the box. Playing back and forth. This
Damn,
movement
let's see
turn.
handles.
G's running.
Yeah, they look
Footsteps,
good.
give it away. And Crazy guy says, "Thank you very much for the audio."
Now we
That's
got.
gonna be 8-3
I mean,
now,
we're using
looking
the
for that
Euro
9-3
ult. It's
scoreline.
Euro ult, ISO ult combo.
This is good ideas. I mean, one way to counter that ISO shield is to just barrel stuff it. I've seen this a couple times on this map. Jesse Vash did it once to Jemkin. This time
is this a picture from
doing it to Jeremy
from when he was on his phone in pod chat?
2 bullets to connect before your opponent can even really react. And yeah, Jemkin didn't get a chance to use the ult in the previous round, so here in the final round of the half, surely
in the taxi episode, yeah,
for it, and the
it's
dimensional
so
drift
good.
as well from Anyet. Actually, just kind of
Jesse needs to
flash to show
be careful. Everyone needs to hide from this Yoru. Does he just blind ult?
Wide open, but ahead of it, Jeremy's just shut down.
Oh my god, dude, they gave him a kill just at the end of it.
Head's just taken off. Has the ult.
He's got a blind ult at one point, surely.
For
God's sake, he did enough damage that he got it back again.
Kill contract not going to be seen.
They don't even need his ult at this point.
We'll find Jesse there in heaven. Crazy guy once again. Just pushing 2GE to the side. And it is all eyes on heaven as Envy does fall. 9-3, RRQ well out in front here on their map pick of Haven.
Yeah, 8 in a row there to close out that attacker's side. Just starting to see the confidence flowing. You know, Team Secret trying to play for a bit of retake on A, but different looks are well accounted for by RRQ each time. This time they try to push the pace. You know, as the spike is attempting to be planted, that's when they try to send the ISO in. You know, previously they kind of waited it out, used the Hunter's Fury to try to clear some space. This time, different look, same results.
You
brutality.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't want to mention the pistol,
in.
but you kind of got to, and there was a pistol in here for Team Secret.
We'll see what kind of run back we can get here as we get ready to swap sides. I mean, mind you, the pistol got picked up for Team Secret. It was one of the 3 rounds that they were able to get that in the anti-eco.
Yep. It was those 3 rounds at the beginning out of the 4, and then you think, okay, Team Secret's come out to play. And then RRQ just put their foot down, had enough, said, nope, we're the #1 seed, and we don't have any inklings to let go of this game. Give you guys any hope. Just want to shut you right out. Keep up this momentum we've created.
Who will make it to Toronto and Pacific? I got no idea. If T1 don't change their ban up, they're not making it, but I think they'll change their ban to Icebox.
Get into the grand
so I think they'll be okay.
Sure.
Both teams are going to Toronto.
Yeah.
How quickly can we put an event together?
I think RRQ are going.
I don't know.
And just fly to Indonesia.
Boom.
And just have that match happen there.
You probably should be going.
Yeah,
is that the 3?
Do it at Ayana.
Gen G though.
One of the sponsors of RRQ. It's a fantastic resort.
Sure.
We'll give them a shout out. I've been there. It's awesome.
Dude, it's hard. It's actually pretty hard to
too.
call.
So I think we just do that. Let's just quick pivot it. I'm sure that both teams would be.
I'm pretty
very
confident
happy.
RRQ are going.
Though, surviving. Down to 35 HP. Able to find the kill there. Monyet going to be dead for now.
Paper X? I forgot about Paper X. Paper X are obviously going. So then it's probably just Paper X, Boom, and RRQ, right?
Oh boy, Xferro.
That would be nuts, imagine that. It won't happen, but...
Gets the second, knows that there's a third, but cannot find it. Wild Oreo does manage to survive. That leaves Cushy now all alone in a 1v3, but all 3 players tagged up.
Is they going to win double pistol?
Just is going to come down to the gunfire for Team Secret. Cushy does have a little bit of util to work with. Could send a recon. Has a shock dart. Shock dart could find a kill, like you said. This player's weakened up.
Oh my God, he's literally 1. He's literally 1 HP.
That's outrageous.
He'll take the first fight. He'll nail the headshot.
Survived on the 1.
Team Secret going 2-0 on the pistols as they find their fourth round win.
Yeah, they're looking sharp on the pistols at least, just winning some of these duels.
Double pistol.
And even though Xferro has a nice little trickery there, using the smoke to hide his position in the corner, not able to do enough damage to quite turn the destiny of that round. Crazy guy is going to grab a Marshall.
Did you have to do Jemkin or Raga? Who am I picking? I'm picking Jemkin. I think Raga, not that Jemkin doesn't get incredible setup from his team.
He does.
Because I think he does as well, but I think Raga gets insane setup. Like insane setup from his team.
Now they have to change ideas.
Like I'm watching the Perma, I'm watching this Perma support breach.
Again, making their way over towards the A side, shifting that direction and still trying
Why
to
are
keep
you?
themselves hidden
Yeah,
from Util.
he's a
trying
perma
to
breach.
get some positions revealed. Revealing Cushy, not a big deal. You expect us over there.
Right here.
Let's see if the other members are going to be accounted for by Team Secret if they end up going this way. But the spike is leaning towards B. So this looks like it's a bit of a fake being attempted by Jesse and Jeremy. Jemkin, though, slipping the net. Oh, my God.
Sliding forward, Crazy Guy able to find Wild Oreo, finishes the job that he started earlier on.
That would have been a spike, by the way.
A little bit scattered there, though. Does end up falling. Jeremy shield broken, dead. Cushy finds the headshot.
Cage for them to get the gun.
To grab the gun, the push forward. The gun's going to be remaining on the floor. Jesse Bash able to find one there with the Ghost. He's getting ready to fall. Crazy Guy up in heaven, finding another one now. Going to be felled as Envy able to put the Bulldog to his head. Finds the kills and gets the scrape by victory.
That wasn't
here
convincing, was it?
Just 2 players left standing. 2 Bulldogs carried over. Secret get the 5.
Yeah, a lot of trickery here from RRQ. Some really creative smokes as well to hide these positions on the site to make it much more difficult for Team Secret to react. Good shots from Crazy Guy with the Marshall. Man, that's quick. Dealt with by Envy, but that gun got dropped and it got scary there for a second. If Monyet had been on point with that Bulldog, who knows? So Crazy Guy actually going to go for the judge after that Marshall, but damage done. A couple Bulldogs and then some close range weaponries on a Sheriff. That's all Team Secret can scrape together. Oh my.
It's just gonna find a timing.
DP to the top of the site, though. Gonna say, are we on top of this one?
Or Malco, I should say.
Yep.
Monyet just died. I'm just reading things.
He didn't hit the extra TP towards back of site.
Here and catches the timing on the Wild Oreo. Will eat the full blind. Looks for the reset, finds it. And 2GE will find one more here from backside with that Stinger in hand. Looking for a little bit more bit damage. Finds the dink.
Still, they did pretty good damage on the bonus there.
RRQ not allowing for a bonus conversion, not allowing for Team Secret to really start snowballing a run back here. They'll get up now to 10.
Yeah, another thing is, you know, against ISOs, the Stingers are really impactful. If they can break that shield so quick, find those kills. Something I've been noticing a lot of teams are starting to not just run because the Stingers are good. You and I have had discussions about how we feel about the Stinger right now.
Yeah, they're not good. They're broken.
Yeah, but the
rate
don't
of
fire,
have insane
you know,
firepower like everyone else at the moment. They lack confidence. I don't think they.
Teams lean into those a little bit
the
more.
cooling looks great as well. I don't think their plans are good.
Against this buy-up that Team
There's
Secret
a lot
is able
wrong,
to do
to be
seems
honest.
to be all that he's able to scrape together because there's a lot of full armors. Well, that helps when you get some shock darts to connect.
Just kind of tanks it. Tiny bit dealt. Sphero looking to try to hold down Sewer. Pinned on the angle, should know that the cam was set up. Question is, does he continue to swing? Tucks in a little bit closer. As, oh, well, there's the recon. I think the drone came in from behind and no one cleared it out.
Yeah, it went all the way up.
Jesse Bash is able to bend that up through main into Sewer. And that is the site now completely broken open.
This might end up getting pretty close because that's a clean round. And I'm looking at 2 people that can't buy next for RRQ, so they got to save this one.
Trying to rotate into position to stall out the A hit, but they were a step too late. Team Secret was already there. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see a timeout. I think there needs to be some
because it is getting close.
Adjustments from RRQ in terms of how you're playing off the information.
They're about to.
Round,
problem is they're about to go up
pushing
against these ords.
He had C-long control. Basically out the
rip. Drone, the drone.
And they really
the drone was allowed to do all of
this.
And I think they're talking about it now. I think they were pinging it.
They were still kind of worried about B because they don't have the ability to get a lot of deep info.
All right, well, it's going to be a flawless here from Team Secret. Hands are back. 4 rounds separating. Like you said, I wouldn't be too shocked if it is going to be a timeout call. Up by 4. Comfy, but not secured. So they may just look to pump the brakes and, you know, figure out the game plan here. Then again, this is the same start that we had to the map.
True.
Where it was, you know, pistol, anti-eco, drop the bonus, get the follow-up off that. And then we saw RRQ go on a massive streak.
Yeah, and the other thing is if you're the coaches, right, you can hear your players. So if you're hearing from Crazy Guy, he's already saying the things that you would have said anyway.
Yeah.
Then there's no reason to time out.
All right, well.
And I like what they're doing.
They're not going to send one, so it will just be a carry forward.
Okay, there's one person that has to take a hit.
Sparrow
takes it with the Bucky, and there should be, in theory, a fair amount of talk about this orb, but I'm kind of looking at how RRQ are playing, and there isn't.
So we'll be okay for the moment.
This looks like a free Euro. Dude, even Team Secret are like, well, surely there's some kind of punish here.
For C, it's starting to look like Jemkin does slide over there. Smoke comes out, so that actually is going to delay Team Secret here momentarily. Going to use the shield to make sure they can get the ult for the Yoru. That Bucky. There's a ping, but hard to say if that was meant for the
trip.
Angle right around.
So Yoru ult's going through B.
Envy is
it clear garage or not?
But they suspect that there's a trap at that door. Maybe they can hear the tripwire.
Wild Wario sends out the dimensional drift, spots on the cushy.
No, they have no idea about this Bucky and garage. This is nice though, they took the space off of it. Nice ult.
Completely off guard, the C site now open here for the taking as the neural theft gets the ping revealed out. Jemkin is now ready for
Damn, bro.
position, nor is cushy.
Guys, disgusting though.
Quick kills.
Yeah, this is actually gonna be a really close map.
Hearing it just, thinking there was gonna be an approach here from the window. Looks for a little bit more greed. Sportix Pharaoh eventually does manage to put him down, but similarly will get traded out quickly.
This was nice. It was like everything I was complimenting RRQ for last week about their Euro ults. We pretty much saw it from Team Secret here. Through B, split over towards C, create a lot of pressure, but at the same time we got a Lark that's taking the space that they cleared early.
Yeah, they're doing a really nice job using that Euro ult very effectively to figure out what was going on around the map. Get the plant down and C and put some pressure towards the B site. They're being really proactive, our Secret. I mean, you could see it even on their defender side. It was aggressive from the get-go. And on this attacker side, it's really starting to work a treat. So now timer continues to tick. Okay, just stopped. Okay. Envy is Envy.
As he often is.
Yep.
It's a sick fat shot.
I hope. Guy is just crazy good, man.
Gonna be feeling good about that. And there you go. First timeout call from RRQ of the series. As just 3 rounds between the two with a weakened economy coming into this next one. They do not want to let Team Secret get their way back in.
No, for sure. And, you know, there's some things to be thought about. I mean, it's hard when you're playing this comp to get info. You have to throw bodies sometimes. A lot of times it's somewhat reliant on your ISO.
I mean, Envy's a monster,
man. A little bit aggressive towards some of the points of attack.
Hello, Jovi, by the way.
Everybody's going to be talking about
a nice
T1
amount
with
of
this comp
work
because they're the ones
last
who really
week, by the way.
popularized it because of their ability to win Masters Bangkok off the back of this, just dominating Haven in Masters. So part of what they do with Meteor is they kind of let him roam a little bit, or they'll use him at A and back him up with like stacks with the Sova.
For entertainment, yeah, for entertainment for sure.
So you have to be able to establish map control with your bodies, because all you really have is the Sova otherwise.
For sure, no, I can see it, man, it's good.
With the Cypher to do a little bit of that too, but
RRQ at least get a lot of ults.
Take the fight to your opponent sometimes. And I like what we're seeing.
Team Secret again.
Take some A control.
One away from there.
Just can he get the job done with that hero rifle?
Would you be tempted to ult into this with a hero gun? Maybe.
Secret.
Depends if you isolate one or not.
Expecting that to be the change of ideas from RRQ. They're just watching for that A push out the whole time, but Drone's not going to see much, just the Yoru, and that's...
I think RRQ are pretty disciplined that they won't.
So
right.
Not the end-all be-all there.
Very quiet here across the board.
You also have to think about the trap plays that were set up on the eco for RRQ. Going back to the anti-eco.
Jemkin, he's just pushing out. He doesn't have a shield raised.
Well,
he's just taking down.
the hero gun's making a hero play.
Down on the floor, thinking he was going to be able to find a timing, but instead just finds death. Crazy guy trying to set up a smoke here to dissuade the push into the site.
Great Omen flash.
Having the double tap shield
Doesn't change too much though, just delays a little bit so the third can get over towards site. Recon's pretty nice as well, but...
Push out. Crazy guy back plat and be able to find one. Cushy, 2 quick shots. Jeremy, 2GE both get taken down, but will eventually fall. Monyet, the weapon
And
recovered.
picks up the gun at middle.
Looking for a 1v3. First shot. Little bit of whiffage. Eventually finds the head. As it's just going to be a double basis. My God, what is that flank, Monyet?
What the?
Flashes himself in from
Oh
behind.
my God.
Envy will be able to stand
What
him
was
off.
that?
My goodness.
What was
That was disgusting.
That was pretty nasty.
That was
Seen
insane.
a couple crazy flicks in this one. Things starting to get a little bit uncomfortable for RRQ in the scoreline. They're going to be able to get some big purchases coming through finally. Cushy hit some really nice headshots.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, show us the
That is a goal. Whoa.
it's the one tap.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's even Jesse was talking about it. They're not the flicks. Oh.
Oh
Reaction
boy.
sees him, yeah, and that's
Yeah,
just gonna have
Monyet's
to
got to
be
get
the
out of there.
exit.
My
Looking for the
recon shoes on
pull.
this one. And we are getting
doing me.
ulted. Good luck.
She's gonna get pulled forward.
Take a lot of space
And
with it
Jeremy
on
has the
site as
instant
well.
headshot.
That was clean.
Do they want to try ult back? Nice shot. They definitely want to ult back now.
The POV and it,
And it changes the voice.
Do they want to hard
line.
info it with your ult? This could be nice because they could. First of all, they want to wait to time out the.
Jemkin similarly
Shield.
could
Wait,
send
he doesn't want to
his.
ult?
Looks like he wants to try to push forward though.
Wait, he didn't want to
Into the
ult.
site, but
They have the round the
it's just
world
gonna
through
get taken
C.
down. Team Secret are very much starting to get themselves
Dude, Team
back into
Secret
this.
looking like they might
About
win
to be
this.
separated by one round as 2GE is there on the flank.
Yeah, this is starting to get
I
scary.
think you got to use your
You know,
ults
it looked
there.
like RRQ was going to run away with it, but this attacker side just as potent, if not more
Hard
so for
info
Team
with the
Secret, 'cause they
ISO
won the
ult.
pistol.
You would see 3.
God, that is
You'd
good,
be
Jeremy.
more aware of the flank. You would isolate one
That's what
with
you
the
wanna see.
ISO
Envy is
ult,
so crisp today.
and then you have 2 on site.
All right.
Well, they would at
I
least
mean,
think
this comp,
3.
tough to defend against.
Starting to get jazzed up.
I don't know.
Borrowed
I
that
think you got to
operator.
go for that one,
5 ultimates to work with here.
especially with the pick.
No real weaponry other than some broken stingers.
It's too real for us. Again, just patience being shown here by Team Secret. They're very wary of these push-outs towards A main. With those smokes there as well, that's going to keep them in place. So RRQ is going to use this opportunity to try to reinforce the B site this time. It's the same look from Team Secret. The last time they did this, they did go to the other direction. RRQ
Yeah, you see
hoping that
Wildora
tendency
can get
would
some
remain,
picks
showing a little
because
bit of
that
presence with the Stinger.
your ult for the next
They
big
really
buy
would
round
like
would
them to go to
be.
B here.
I mean, it'd be
May
amazing.
just get it. Or maybe C, actually. Good choice with the long-range weaponry intact. Smoke up front. So it seems like the final decision will be A. I like this macro game calling.
Clear on the cam. And B slowly starting to drift back here with the rest of the team. Crazy guy. Very committed position. Setting up the one-way smoke is
it too obvious?
out onto heaven.
You would imagine so.
Stay stat here for the moment.
Doesn't have the best gun for it.
Do they at any point suspect this?
I mean,
Slightly
yeah, they do.
unorthodox. G kind of looking for
Wait, he
actually
TP'd up there.
the smoke itself, and then Jeremy turns back to be able to find the kill.
2G TP'd up there.
Had he just stayed there, could have just point blank sprayed him down with that stinger.
Yep.
So now the team looking to try to see if they can push their way forward here into the site. Trip set up on the corner. Jeremy lingering within the smoke. It's looking like RRQ as more time goes by, likely just waiting to see if they catch anybody on the exit. And otherwise, we'll look to go down to the spike itself.
Yeah, they don't want to give this Euro ult. Or the ISO closer.
Reveal on one of the
That's
corners,
2
Jeremy.
though.
Let's give his life. Cushy does once again find 2 with the Sheriff. Solid kills, but all the same, the ultimate was already online for him. 10-10, we are now tied up. Team Secret coming alive.
Well, it's got to be this
All
round.
right, dude, this is
for
a timeout for
and I
RRQ
wouldn't be
to say use
surprised
some
if we have
ults,
another
mate.
Timeout from Ewok.
We got to be using these
Not
ults.
happy with what he's seeing, and I can't blame him. And especially with all these ults available, you can go into sort of a set play idea with those, and then in the next couple rounds, just sort of talk about the way you want to approach the macro game a little bit more. But Team Secret is being very patient, waiting for their moments, not kind of making the same moves off of what they had showed previously. So it's being very challenging for RRQ to get a good read off of some of the util and the setups that Team Secret is using. So let's see if they can figure it out. A lot of pressure on the crazy guy now as well to find those adaptations beyond what his coach can give them here. He's been better about that for sure as the stage has gone on. Just have to wait and see, but yeah, challenging to defend with this comp sometimes. It just kind of depends. Going against another ISO, it's been pretty tricky. Jeremy's starting to come alive there.
Shots have been very, very clean. Jemkin at the same time.
I mean, they should at least win one.
Yeah.
They should at least win this round with the ults.
Committed. Pressure certainly building here for RRQ. 10 to 10, relatively.
Monier gets his own op out.
Half, but perhaps the curse
Oh
be striking.
my.
But crazy guy getting some very nice spam. Puts Wild Oreo down to 11 HP to start off the round.
Yet trying to find this angle with the op. We'll get there.
Common drone angle. And should have seen a pixel out of place there.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty sure they
clear
saw
on
him
the drone.
anyway.
I think they know that Moniette was in this forward spot. Hard to tell for
Yeah,
sure.
might
but I
not
think
know
that
about
smoke
that guy.
just about
Oh boy.
confirms it. As he's going to look to reposition.
You say he might not know about the guy on the left though.
Drop down from 2GE. Gun barrel spotted. 2GE!
No,
How does he not
2G.
realize? He must have been looking somewhere else.
Yeah, he
Maybe a
was
glance at the minimap, but
Yep,
either way, asleep at the wheel.
that's a gift.
That's a rough one, man. Oh god, what's going on?
Caught on a little bit of timing, pulls off the ADS, ends up falling. Now the neural theft going to be coming through as Cushy going to swing out, try to get a reveal. Gets a tiny bit of damage onto Envy, but cannot collect that kill. Just the clone here for now. Push from Garage, getting ready to come through.
Flash
Paranoia
too.
trying to delay. Continue to advance, ping reveal onto a couple of these players as Jesse Bash repositions through the smoke.
How do they take back the site? Where's my Yori flash? Oh, we got no Yori
Out of this
flash.
left-hand side, Cushy
Oh,
able
we
to
have no
find
Yori
two.
flash. That's
It's
devastating.
now just Wild Oreo with the aforementioned 11 HP. Try to see if he can make it a little bit more costly.
Well,
but
they didn't
a
have to
nice
use any
little jiggle out
ults.
from Crazy Guy. He will find it in RQ. They will break this 5-round consecutive win streak from Team Secret, reestablish a lead, but they are far from out of the woods. Because of all of those round wins, Team Secret, they have built up a decent bank.
Oh my god. I mean, sometimes better lucky than good. And Moniette got lucky there. No other way to say it. That's a nice shot
Oh,
from
that
Crazy
is a
Guy.
nice shot.
But the early spam as well. Very nice. So just some individual
Dude,
moments
surely we
able
see
to
some ults at one point.
get RRQ a much needed defender side win.
Especially considering they didn't have to use any of the ultimates.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I mean, Wild
Oreo
Oreo should win this.
set back.
Yeah.
This time, he was able to go ahead and pick him apart. So Moniette taken down. Cushy now alone here on A. Deep forward position from Xfero outside of C, but it's going to be tripped off.
Who's next?
There's the dimensional drift from Wild Oreo. Goes in for some recon. Checks
Yeah, they
in.
got an ISO
Left
behind
spotted
this if
around
they
B,
want it.
TP's down into the sewer. We'll push forward, spots up
Jemkin pops shield, tries to go in front of his teammate, so he gets ulted.
Manning the flank.
Oh boy,
A
shield
pull
on
forward.
shield.
Jemkin versus Jeremy. Shield's out, shield's broken, Jemkin
Nicely
winning.
done.
It's the reset, but
Well,
yep, exits and is right there in front.
no matter what, he's gonna go down though.
Picked apart. Xfero just going to be an upgrade on the weapon. As once again, RRQ not getting into a position to utilize any of these ultimates. And tied up at 11 to 11.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable to say the least. Just Moniette thinking he can get away with another op spot, and this time, you know, a quick adjustment from Team Secret with the positioning of their op. They're able to find that big kill, and then
The RRQ no ult challenge.
even though if you will,
Insane,
winning the
isn't
kill
it?
Contract there.
He's pinned in.
Yep.
Flank coming through. Trying to fight his way out of this one here, but
Oh
Jesse Bash is
boy,
going to be able
I'd
to
like
find
to
it.
save that gun.
Everything ripped out of the hands of RRQ.
So what do they
Already
do
both
here?
timeouts have been committed.
3 guns,
Team
2
Secret
people will be on
with
2-6.
the opportunity to steal this away.
Would be the most Team Secret thing ever to just
Yep.
come out today and look very, very strong. They certainly do so far. God, sharp, Jesse. In general, a lot of these players have looked really sharp. I mean,
Okay, Monyet at least has a rifle, so that enables him to play around the ult better instead of kind of going for this whole pick thing.
They have to find a way to utilize these.
Dude, straight away. Okay, yeah, they're fed up.
Dimensional drift to start. Monyet.
Silver ult combo.
Hunter's Fury here from Cushy. Hunting.
Yeah, they take a lot of space with this. They got one tag at the end. Oh, it wasn't even a tag, it was a recon.
The pick on the Jemkin, gets a pick on the Sparrow. Crazy guy now taken down to 2v3.
Dude, Jemkin didn't use his ult.
Reveal is in, but Cushy, snappy with that Guardian shot. Swings out for a little bit more. Gets sat down. Monyet now.
I mean, Monyet is here early.
To try to
dude, nice shots. I can't be too secret gonna win this one.
Oh, man.
One
just
away.
The timings here. You see something a little unorthodox from RRQ. They finally try to combine their ultimates. Use the dimensional drift into the Hunter's Fury, and it looks like they might be able to win it out, but then the battle at window takes a turn. The flank watched nicely by Wild Oreo. Not sure if Jemkin had already lost his shield.
Dude, Wild Oreo is looking nice with the op, though.
Guess is probably... Man, oh man. Just so crisp from Envy.
Well, Jemkin still has a kill contract.
Yeah. Just doesn't seem comfortable on this defender side. It almost feels like they're...
It's the same. You go into the gulag.
Yes.
Just go into the gulag!
I agree. I'm right there with you. But my guess is they're saving it for retakes, and they're just not getting there because they're just dying.
Dude, they
might
had...
not have to retake if you go into the gulag and you kill someone!
Correct. Right there with you. Right there with you.
Granted, the weapon that he has, not great as it turns out for the gulag.
No, it's not the best. You might not have a choice.
Dude, that retake round, the 4v score,
take a player out of the equation
that was the round for them.
Change the odds.
It's a TP scout in the garage. Cancel.
They're going to get a lot of numbers on site. There goes the ult.
Did he get the clone? No.
He hits one.
See if he's going to be able to win it. He does.
Nice and clean on this. Of course they win this one.
Find two over it. With the Spectre, Xparrow finds Jesse Bash, and now it's just Envy in a 1v4. Breaks the shield. And he is completely and utterly pinned in, and it seems like RRQ are going to be taking this into overtime.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean,
woo! Here we go, baby.
It's the most RRQ thing ever.
Feel the rush.
Just send it in overtime. Oh my goodness. Well, finally the gulag pays off. Took a while to get there, but better late than never, I suppose.
All right. Overtime. Wild Oreo going for the glass cannon. And some very nice shots, both on the attack and the defense. So let's see.
Wild Oreo gets the hero up out on defense.
Yeah.
They've I mean, he actually looks great with it.
Set up really far back on A here. Okay, now they've kind of made up their minds. Looks like maybe they were just thinking about how they wanted to organize this round. Jesse with the early dart. Oh, there you go.
Oh, and Jemkin.
Perfect.
Snappy is all with it. Finds Wild Oreo. Glass cannon. No purchase, no value. Jesse Bash is staying tucked back here. Reinforcements nearby from Jeremy just around that corner, but RRQ starting to...
A nice shot is a really nice shot.
Explore other areas of the map.
Also popping the shield a lot early from RRQ. I wonder if they knew this op was going to be out.
No problem.
Is she able to find one? 2GE going to be taken down. Crazy guy finding Envy. Jesse Bash, Jeremy pushing forward, but they're going to be a world away. Pins are coming down. They know exactly where RRQ is going for the moment. Can't do a damn thing about it. Monyet.
Yeah, got info.
I believe he saw a glimpse there, but his eyes aren't turned back to the door.
I mean, I thought he got info, but didn't look see him.
I could have sworn.
Yeah, maybe not then, because it would have come up on the minimap and no one else is reacting like it.
Looks for the transfer, cannot find it. Jeremy avoiding the undercut.
Oh, nice tag.
Those get darted through the smoke. A 1v3. No shield, just the wall. Swings and finds the first. Crazy guy on the
Wall
floor.
to
Set
half.
the wall and try to hold for a half here. That's exactly what he's going to do. Sticks it to that point, pulls off the wall, falls.
There's a nice try.
And both players out wide in the open are able to pick them apart. So RRQ, they will go ahead and get themselves up to map point.
Yeah, just great timing from Jemkin. Get this shield popped right as he's making contact with the op. Very nicely done, anticipating the swing out from Envy. It's kind of a timed push out in the mid by Team Secret that gets just swatted away by RRQ.
The wall, no, the ISO wall is really strong, especially when people start doing like the tap, wait a second, then wall tech, and then you fill it. That's when it's gonna get really broken. Like it should, like people at the moment are right clicking and they're the ones defusing, but it should literally be someone else diffuses and you do it in front of them, like you do it slightly behind them. That's when it's gonna get a little bit scary. I think that's when this comp will start getting like a lot more rounds on defense as well.
For Team Secret. Looks like they're fully committed to this 8.
Because everyone plays C retaking it. Your comp's pretty good at retaking.
Have to wait and see.
Drone. Okay, well, the shots ring out. Don't think it necessarily saw Wild Oreo, but gunfire will confirm presence.
Yeah, I don't know that it matters too much that you're hiding the position of your Yoru. I don't think RRQ is going to swing down this ramp, especially with the time ticking down. Just let your opponents make the first move, and then you can react off of that. You've got the strong stack here on A. You've made the right read.
Fake out.
Shield.
Shots through. Shield now going to be raised from Jemkin. He's fully blinded up and dead.
No, go again. Damn, bro. They just completely own 4 of them on site.
Storm their way into the site, suffer very little damage. And they find themselves in pole position to get the reset and extend this OT. There you go, flawless fashion on the attack.
That was an easy one.
Slow but decisive.
Whoever wins the defense round, I guess.
I mean, once they made that move, it's just shooting that clone and not being able to turn it quick enough. It's kind of the first domino to fall in that round. It's just a complete collapse on this defense. Wild Oreo doing a great job.
How?
That secondary entry right behind Jeremy, and they just smash it. Great flash in there. Very nicely handled. And even with a good read from RRQ, they still couldn't hold the line. They still couldn't get that to go. I'm not exactly sure what else they're going to be able to do differently.
He just really ate the flash. Straight up spamming the wall.
The trip there on the other side of the wall. Yep, to clear it with the shock dart.
Yeah, this is nice. They break it with a shock to kind of make it look like they're not that close as well.
Still, with how far forward you've got a couple players from Team Secret on the A side, they're able to lean towards B.
Don't know if there was someone close right trying to do some kind of play off of it as well.
Shield goes up.
2 on site. Oh, Envy's going for a play. Yeah, dude, the shield is... The shield is too strong, man.
4v2. See Batch and Wild Oreo both approaching this long angle. There's that tripwire still holding them in place.
Oh, it's too low?
Jumpable.
Well,
never mind.
That's a nightmare.
And he's immediately going to be able to find one. Jesse Batch similarly makes it over the tripwire. Flash out, looking for something there in the corner. Should know that there's going to be one here.
Late double swing.
But just a full flash onto himself. Fortunately, does not get swung on. Drags across, finds Crazy Guy, but time's starting to get away from them here. Mania just jiggling here at backside. Jesse Bash swooping forward, able to find one, but the time is just not going to be here for him.
Yeah, no time on this.
Go ahead and clean up the kill, gets over onto it. As the fist bumps go out,
close though.
Knows that it's just not going to be possible. So RRQ once again,
Trip nearly wrecks him.
Up to map point.
I mean, it's just a brawl here at overtime.
It's chaos.
Yep. It's just who can execute a little bit better. And this time, Team Secret almost finds an answer with the jump over the trips at the end, catching RRQ very off guard. And able to just use some good firepower to break through, but timeout going to be called.
Be an RRQ
Which
one,
camp is it
right?
from, though, is the question.
RRQ trying to
I
take
think
him over.
reasonable from both.
Yeah.
It's going to be RQ. So they want
Dude,
to call
everyone
this
goes
timeout
for the
and try to
victory.
get this over the line. Put this map to bed. And try to shift over towards Ascent.
Kind of curious what they're going to do. A lot of the different things they tried on that attacker side just did not work. We saw a lot of different looks from them. And a lot of different ideas from Team Secret, too. It seemed like Team Secret was just a step ahead. Both teams were on their attacker side, quite frankly. But, you know, for RRQ, what are you going to do to shut that down? Team Secret being very patient a lot of the times at the beginning of the rounds. They haven't usually gone for anything too explosive. Does that mean that's an opportunity for you to, you know, try to send Monyet down long C again, find a different way to hold the line at A, try to lean in towards that side of the map?
Is it still map 1? Yeah, it is. We're still here. Dude, what has gone on?
It is going to be Monyet
the
with
Odin, the op.
Again.
We changed everything out. Odin to spam the shield, hold over towards A. Oh, we're trying to add an extra layer onto our double damage getting used. Double damage into shock. And you Odin spam.
The execution looks like, though,
That's not that.
So they look to
That's kind of cool.
reset this once again. Monyet pushing forward, gets onto a deep line outside of C. Sparrow try to hold things in. Okay, Envy gonna get caught. 2GE similarly drifting over into this direction. Trying to get the jump on him. He is able to do so. The headshot comes across. Shield now going to be popped. Broken, though, as Xparrow finds a kill. Pushes up into the cyber cage. Wild Oreo out the back of window. Finds Crazy Guy.
Big timing.
Timing.
Beast.
That's Jesse Bash. Dead on the floor
Spike
alongside
down.
the Spike.
Garage. He's got no help for a little bit, though.
Left in the mag. The flash.
They're alive.
Getting a full catch there on his face.
Severo did good, though. Really good.
Keeps himself safe. 3v2 for the attempt at the retake.
This guy might try and do it back.
Scenes, perhaps, here from the
Yeah, this guy tried to do it back to him.
Trap gets sprung, and now it's down to Wild Oreo. A 1v3. Single kill would give him a dimensional drift.
Ooh, okay, dude, Severo, what a round this was. Nearly lost in the round before with the trip, but this was lovely. Lovely, lovely. Damn, dude, Team Secret. They got this really close, though. I thought they had this at one point.
We might have anticipated here, and Secret put up one hell of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, you got to like what you saw from Team